As one of the team leaders, what did you see out of practice today? Coming out to new stadium, to new place, what did you see from the team, and what kind of energy was it, and was it what you wanted to see?
Yes, sir. Amazing amount of energy. Let me tell you, we're going to be the most conditioned team out there on the field. Our coaches have pushed us really hard over our past couple weeks playing football. I've been to this bowl game twice, back when it was the Citrus Bowl and the Camping World Bowl, and the most conditioned team going out there is going to have the best advantage. So I'm really excited to see that come to fruition here in the next couple of days. Proud of the way these guys worked. I'm a 6-year senior. It's been my last game, my last bowl game. So it's great to see young guys sacrifice on a day-to-day basis, to get us better, whether it be on the scout team or supporting us in one way or another. But it was a great practice.
Well, I wanted to ask you about winning the Wuerffel Trophy. And
yes,
what
sir.
does it mean to be recognized, for something like that by an organization?
Yeah, it's tough for an individual to take that kind of recognition, at least for me and everybody that's been a part of my process, everybody that we've been able to tell their story, all the individuals that work for Big Man Big Heart and has helped us out through this process so far. I really am, standing on the shoulders of giants in a literal sense. So it's been amazing to see that. That experience was wonderful in New York City at the Heisman event with Danny Wuerffel, but. It's been crazy, a crazy couple of weeks. What I'm focused on right now is playing football and winning one more game.
Right here.
Coach Norvell earlier told us that he didn't have to talk any player into playing in this bowl game. A lot of guys could have opted out. Mm-hmm. What does that mean as a team overall to you specifically?
Yeah, I think maybe it was right after the Clemson week, I started realizing how special this group was, specifically on the offensive line, specifically on the offensive side of the ball, because those are the guys I work with every day. I just wanted one more game, one more experience with this group of guys. We have some amazing athletes, guys like Jordan Travis, Trey Benson, wonderful coaches like Coach Atkins and all the other position coaches. We have a special group of guys with a bunch of very special individual pieces. So it's great to go out there and play another game, but I'm looking forward to fist bumping the guy to my right and to my left and going out there and sacrificing for each other.
Dillan right here. Melissa Thomas with Florida National News. I was asking Jordan this question. I'd love to hear from you as well, especially as a team leader.
Yep.
What kind of conversations were you having with the younger guys, especially given how encouraged you are at seeing their level of sacrifice? What are you telling them to keep them going forward?
Yeah, so part of leadership is conversational based, right? But the other part is going out there and showing it on a day-to-day basis, right? Showing it through our actions, going out there and performing the way that we want to perform on game day. So having that sense of urgency, coming into meetings this morning 45 minutes to an hour early, just trying to get that competitive advantage in every single asset or every single facet of our lives. So showing them that, showing them the way to conduct themselves in a meeting, on the practice field, and pushing to the best we possibly can every time. That's how we lead around here.
One in the back here, then up front.
Dylan, you're a really confident guy. You talked about being a dependable sixth man at Notre Dame, but did you envision all this? I mean, even in like your kind of wildest dreams, the success you would have not only on the field, but changing the culture for maybe a long-term build for this program moving forward and what you've done off the field. I mean, I know you had big goals coming to Tallahassee, but like, is this the way you saw it playing out in your head the entire time?
Yes, sir. It was an amazing experience. I understood, the opportunity that presented itself when I did make that change from Notre Dame to come here to Florida State. And I attacked that opportunity with everything I possibly had. If it wasn't for the coaches, that allowed me that opportunity, I wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't for the guys in my offensive line room, the wonderful guys we have on offense, and everybody that sacrifices on a day-to-day basis to help us win football games and run the football, it's been an amazing process. And none of it would have been possible without people, helping me and individuals that were, receptive to what I was trying to bring to the table.
You've gone up against Coach Venables in your time at Notre Dame and your time over here. What does his defense? What kind of challenges does his defense bring that you guys need to be ready for? What kind of scheme do they run? Like, what are you guys getting ready for?
Yeah, multiple front. We're gonna see a lot. I mean, preparing for as much as we possibly can prepare for. But it doesn't really matter what team we're playing or what defensive coordinator we're going against. What matters is that we play Florida State football. I can look to my left and to my right, and I can trust the guys next to me. And we're all seeing the defensive front through one set of eyes. And I'm really confident in our group. I'm really confident of the plan our coaches have put in place. And they've allowed us the best opportunity to go out there and play our football.
Another year of improvement, both on pass blocking, also for the run game. Trey Benson in here talking earlier about the offensive line, giving y'all a lot of credit. What about Coach Atkins, and the coaching that he's done with y'all? We would get to see it, a lot of times throughout the week, how hard he is on y'all and very specific on assignments. How about just talking about Coach Atkins and the big year that y'all have had on the O-line?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so at Notre Dame, I studied leadership, and I haven't met a better leader than Coach Atkins. He really gets it done on the field and off the field, encourages every day, and some coaches have a certain style or a certain way they want the offensive line to be conducted. Some coaches, lead by example. Coach Atkins is a blend of those two. He does an incredible job in pushing us every day, but not necessarily, being that father figure. He does a great job in balancing that. He has an incredibly high ceiling, and I really can't, put a stop to where he could possibly go. So he's done an incredible job with this offensive line unit, and I can't thank him enough for allowing me this opportunity at Florida State.
One more in the back over here, and then from Jamie. We'll go first.
Dillan, not to give away, I don't want you to give away any secrets here, but can you give us some insight, though, schematically, or is it a mentality thing of what you guys have been doing that's allowed you to be so successful running the football specifically?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, you point to some of the individuals we have on the offensive line, but like we were talking about in our meeting today, it's not like we have a bunch of incredible athletes on the offensive line, guys that are going to go out there and demolish guys, physically every single play. We work on those other little things. Every little facet in our lives that we control those controllables. So whether it be like this morning, showing up early to meetings, a little bit more emphasis at the end of a block, really digging down and doing as much as we possibly can with the ability each and every one of us has. But at the same time, I think that having that continuity, having the same group of guys that play week in, week out, that's helped this unit grow into what it is today.
Dillan, it seems like Jordan Travis is a quarterback who's willing to lay it on the line on every play.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, what is it like to block for someone like that, and how much faith do you guys have in him?
Yeah, so over the past 2 years, our relationship's grown, of course, blocking for him and, trying to protect him the best I possibly can. But it is pretty amazing to have a guy. I was up there at the Heisman weekend a few weekends ago, and it's tough for me not to see him in that picture here this year or next year. But to have a guy that you can say, hey, Jordan, go win a football game, and he'll go win a football game, that's crazy. And for me, we haven't had to do that too many times this season yet. But I absolutely love protecting him. I love keeping him off the ground, and I love picking him up when he goes out there and sacrifices for this team.
Thank you, Dillan. Appreciate it. And
Appreciate you guys.
We'll bring Coach Atkins up next, and